What's going on, guys? I wanted to come on here and talk about the death of Nalani Johnson. And it was believed to be a homicide, no evidence that anyone else was involved. So it was this little innocent black girl. She looked biracial-ish, so I'm gonna just say biracial girl. DA, Nalani Johnson's death believed to be homicide, no evidence that anyone else was involved. It's coming from Pittsburgh Action News. Sharina Nancy charged with kidnapping Nalani, who was found dead in Indiana County after Amber Alert from Penn's Hills. Sharina Nancy, Jesus Christ. The woman charged with kidnapping a Penn's Hill toddler, who was later found dead in Indiana County, is the only suspect in the case. Allegheny County, I would say, District Attorney Stephen Zappala told Pittsburgh Action 4 News. There is no evidence that indicates anybody else was responsible for that child being taken from Penn's Hills and ultimately being placed in that field or in the woods in Indiana County, Zappala said Thursday. Nalani Johnson would have turned 2 this month. It's a damn shame. This child was taken from Penn's Hills on Saturday and her body was found in a heavily wooded area of Pine Ridge Park in Borough Township on Wednesday. So they try to hide her body. That woman killed her and then trying to hide her body. The Allegheny County DA said he's working with Indiana County's District Attorney Patrick Doherty and Coroner Jerry Overman, and they met to discuss the case Wednesday for Allegheny County, Pennsylvania State Police, and the FBI. The consensus was this was a baby who was taken from Allegheny County, and the people of Allegheny County should have the opportunity to determine if any crimes were committed against that child. So we're going to prosecute the case here with the assistance of the district attorney from Indiana, the pilot said. We're waiting for the coroner's office to come back with their conclusions on cause of death. The gentleman said 5 to 6 weeks. We're going to send some people out to talk to the pathologist and see if we can shorten that time frame, the pilot said. I can tell you there's no signs of trauma that's been eliminated. The baby was fully clothed. She did not die from exposure to the elements. That's been eliminated, the pilot said. There's no ligature mark, so you can eliminate strangulation. The pilot said tests were done for the coroner by a private forensic pathology group could show if suffocation was the cause of death. And if he gives an opinion consistent with our conversation yesterday, then we'll charge criminal homicide along with the kidnapping, said Zappala. Nancy is charged with kidnapping and other counts in the case, Zappala said. Her hearing on those charges will not be held until any homicide charge is determined. We'll have her movement. We have civilian. We have her movement. We have civilian witnesses. We got technology. It's a good case. It's a good case to try, Zappala said. Nancy continues to be held without bond in the Allegheny, how do you pronounce that, county jail. We did file a criminal complaint on the kidnapping side of this that was scheduled for preliminary hearing on September 16th. I believe we're not going to go with that. We're going to see what the coroner has to say. Ultimately, Zappala said. The DA said if the Indiana County coroner rules the death a homicide, the charge will be filed along with the kidnapping, and will train all those charges and have one preliminary hearing. Then, assuming everything is held for court, obviously this woman is innocent until proven guilty. Assuming everything is held for court, then we'll find one indictment. As Paula said, a child car seat was on the ground with Nolly's body strapped into it. She, Nancy, walked into a pretty good distance from Route 22. And then there was an access road. She had to park on that access road, and I believe it was her intention that nobody find that child, Zapata said. Exactly. When asked if Nalani was likely already dead when she was left at the park, Zapata said, I'm going to let the coroner finish his work, and then I'll be glad to speak to this more. Zapata, the coroner, would answer those particular issues. There was an army out there looking for that child. It makes you feel good to be part of a Southwestern Pennsylvania, to see the type of effort and concern we have for our children. The pilot, unfortunately, I don't think any effort that was undertaken could have saved that child. I the picture in the thumbnail is the little girl. I hope this lady gets prosecuted and gets the maximum sentence, because no child should have to go through any of that. It's just BS how people feel as if they could just do whatever they want to children. No, no, no. Whether it's physical, whether it's murder, any killings, anything disgustingly intimate with children, absolutely not. It's absolutely not okay. And I hope she gets prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law as soon as the coroner has done his job. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Rest in peace, Nalani Johnson. My condolences to her parents.